Alright, y'all, so I finally decided to plant my sweet potatoes. They're really needing to be planted, and this bed's needing stuff in it. So we're gonna get on this, try to hurry up before it gets too hot, and then see about trying to do something else. Alright, y'all, so I got all these planted, and now I went looking in the house and I found a box of just regular old potatoes. And the way that my grandpa does this is he just takes the potato and he cuts it and throws it in the dirt and calls it done. And since it's so late, I'm going to try and do it that way, because usually what you're supposed to do is cut them and let them scab over and then plant them so that you don't get rotting potatoes. So, and maybe later I'll take y'all over there and show y'all his potatoes, because I know it works. So I looked in here and they're all real small. I want to try and keep the sun off the roots, but all these potatoes are just so small that I'm planning on just planting them as is. We just left these in a box inside the house, and some of them are trying to make little tiny potatoes. You can see right there, that's the start of a little potato. So I'm gonna just throw these in the dirt as is. Not cut them or anything. Got that for nothing. Like I was saying, some of these already have the starts of little potatoes on them. There's a bunch more little starts right there. Those are either the starts potatoes or more limbs, but either way, we just left these in a box inside the house, and they was in there trying to grow. Some of these was like really long and whatnot. These are real long. I don't know if I should be cutting them or not, but we're just gonna call it an experiment. I've really been liking the way that this trellis works. How it's all kind of small down at the bottom and it just slowly gets bigger up. And I haven't had to use any kind of ties, no zip ties, no little ties from the store or anything like that. I just take them and then just kind of put them in sort of a bind, just enough to where they'd be able to grab a hold of something on their own and then be able to take off. And some of them I haven't even been having to mess with. This one's all the way up to here. That one's all the way up to there. This trellis is about 6 foot, 6'1", right there in that spot, and then 8 foot the rest of the way. Take him around under there, and he's already trying to go like that, so he'll come back up around over here and wrap his way up around that, I figure. I got one over here. He's already about 9 foot tall, the plant, not the trellis. And he's done all this all by himself. Doing really good. That's my tallest bean plant. I believe that's a noodle bean. That may be a noodle bean that Papa Pepper gave me. Pretty sure it is, so I have to go back and watch a video. I'm not having to use any ties. Ties are good, they work. It's just that at the end of the year, it's a lot of trash that you gotta come and take off your trellises. They just don't look right. Got another bean plant here. This is that one that I was just messing with a second ago. There. Now, this was a weed that was growing in my garden, and I decided to let it grow up so I can see what it was, and now I know what it is. Most people don't usually have this growing in their garden. It grows all over the place, and a lot of people have it, but not usually in their garden beds. But I'm going to keep it and let it get big because they're cool. And I'm not going to tell you what it is either. You got to find out on your own. Alright, so everything's been doing really good here in the garden. I've been keeping my tomatoes pruned. We've pruned them about 4 times now. I've been trellising my beans and guiding my cucumbers back into the bed so that they're not out in the walk paths. But there were still a bunch of little empty blanks like this. And what I did is I came in here and planted me a bunch of seeds. And I'm still weeding the garden, trying to get down to no weeds. So what I did so that I wouldn't kill my seed starts is I took these little sticks, little plastic sticks, and I stuck them behind them, so that way I wouldn't pull up the plant. I just wouldn't mess with the little spots so big around the stick. So we're going to go through, pull up all these weeds, and kind of show y'all how we filled in the blanks. So, as you all know, in one of my previous videos, I told y'all that Papa Pepper had recommended a plant to me. And that plant just so happened to be this one. This is the snake gourd. It's already pretty thick. It's not super tall. It came up, fell over, went around the post. There's 2 of them here. I got a couple more planted around the place, but this is going to look really cool hanging from this. I got this up here. It's just a big, forked, weird, cool looking cedar tree limb thing. It's going to look cool hanging off of here. You'll be able to walk through here, walking through all the snake gourds hanging down. But right now, I got to keep on getting these little suckers out of here. cucumber trellis itself. So, as most of you probably know, I had some piglets a while back. I had 5 little piglets, and three of them was girls, and then these 2 are boys. I separated the girls with another female pig, and these guys are getting fat to go to freezer camp. They've been getting fresh grass pretty much just about every day, every other day once they run out of grass. And they've been getting all the scraps and extra feed in the mornings and at nighttime. These are the potatoes that I didn't plant because, well, they don't look like they'll grow. So we're about to give these to them, and whenever we cook them, we're thinking about just cooking the whole hog on a smoker. So let us know if y'all want to see that or not. Some people may be into that, some people may not be into that. But personally, I can't wait to find out what all this hard work is going to taste like, and I'm really hoping it tastes like bacon.